Hey guys! So today I have my February wrap up and I read 16 books. Like, that's insane. I am so proud of myself, even though like 8 of them were little short novella books, but they still count. I am just absolutely floored by the amount of books that I read this month. I am officially 11 books ahead on my Goodreads reading goal. And I don't think I've ever been that far ahead, so this is very exciting. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the books I read in February. So the first set that I want to talk about, I actually have a separate video on them, and that is the arcs that I read in February. I will link that video down below so you can get like a more in-depth review of what I thought of them. And those were Watcher in the Woods by Kelly Armstrong, Say You're Sorry by Karen Rose, and A Version of the Truth by B.P. Walter. I didn't like 2 of them. I kind of liked one of them, but you'll see in that video kind of what I thought. The next one that I read was 10 by Gretchen McNeal. Now, this book is pretty much Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, but with teenagers. And this was actually really surprisingly awesome. I gave it a 4-star. It was ridiculous right up until the very end. And then I was like, whoa, like what is going on? And I think I want to say that there's a vlog where this is the last day of it, I think. If I find it, I'm sure I will. I'll link that down in the description box as well. My reactions to this, it was also very late at night, were wild. I really liked this book. I'm so glad I read it. The next 3 I actually read in a 24-hour span, and I do have a separate vlog for that as well. That will also be linked down in the description. And that is these 3. That is Unraveled by Callie Reed, All the Rage by Courtney Summers, and Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. So these 3 books, it was a wild selection to read in 24 hours. Unravel I gave 3 stars. It was pretty good. I actually have the second book, Unhinge, and I do think I'm going to be reading that soon. This book was really good right up until the very end, so the opposite of 10. But again, still really good. I still gave it a 3-star. I definitely suggest this book for anybody who really likes psychological thrillers. All the Rage by Courtney Summers is a book about a girl that something happens to her, but she blames like the golden boy that can do no wrong in school, and nobody believes her, especially because he is the sheriff's son and she's from the wrong side of town. So it's a really sad, kind of tragic book, but I really did love it. Courtney Summers, again, just knocked it out of the park. I do believe I gave this a 4-star, not a 5-star. I'll have to double check. But yeah, this didn't live up to Sadie, but again, it was fantastic. And then that readathon kind of ended on a sour note with Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I did not like this book. I gave it a 2-star. It was very underwhelming. Although I do think that it was partially because it reminded me a lot of Unravel, and I had just read that, so that might have swayed me a little bit towards not liking it because it was very repetitive. I don't know. The characters were very unbelievable. The plot I didn't like. It just wasn't that great. And then as far as the last physical book that I own, but I did not actually read it in physical form, is Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. I gave this 4.5 stars. Oh my gosh. Like, this book is amazing. Just, like, the twists and turns are unbelievable. I read this in audiobook. I'm so glad I did. If you have the chance, I definitely suggest you read it that way. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. I was very interested the entire way through. I needed to know what happened. And then the ending was just like crazy. Did not see it coming. Did not expect that to happen at all. Totally blew me away. And the last 8 books that I read in February, it was actually this like bundle of books that Amazon had free on the Kindle. And I guess I was living like the high life of getting the Kindle. I swear I'm going to stop saying that word eventually. Actually, I probably won't. But anyway, that is the Fairer Sex collection, and there are 8 little short, like, I think they're like 50 to 70 page books in there, and I think, gosh, I don't know if I can remember all the names that are on there. It's Eleanor, Candace, Alicia, Heidi. Anyway, I'll have all 8 of them right here because I don't remember what all the names are, but they were just okay. Like, I think the highest rated one was a 3 for all about women who get what they want. And like, some of them are really rom-com-y and they don't, like, I don't know, they kind of make sense and they're kind of funny, but at the same time, I'm like, this is totally unrealistic. And then some of them are like dark and gritty and I didn't like them at all. And then some of them were just plain stupid. So I don't know. It was a mixed bag, but they deal with discussions like, it deals with topics like women getting treated equally to men and women overcoming eating disorders and finding their true selves and loving themselves and just all sorts of topics like that. And some of them were good, some of them were bad, some of them were just plain weird. And but I read them all. I don't know why, but I did. So anyway, that is actually it. I know I said I had 16 books to review, but they were just like real quick little reviews. I didn't want to dwell a whole bunch on them, especially because I didn't want this video to be like 30 minutes long, which it probably will be anyway, just because I ramble a bunch. But I actually have not finished reading for the month. I am doing a like 12-hour readathon or reading sprint today because I don't have Alyssa or Alan at home with me, so it's just me. So definitely keep an eye out for that video. It should be coming out within the next couple days. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. This is the first time I've had a day at home truly by myself in a very, very long time. So I'm excited to see how much I can get read, and those will kind of add to this wrap up, but they will not be in this wrap up. So we'll see. But yeah, that video should be coming in the next couple days. How many books did you all read this month? Tell me down in the comments below and kind of give me some suggestions of like books that you loved or books that you would recommend that I stay away from. Yeah, if you want to keep up to date with what I'm reading, my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads are all down in the description box as well. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!